All right, guys, today I'm going to talk to you about how to make your first letter. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is go search in your computer for Photoshop. It should look like this little PS right here. So, click on Adobe Photoshop and you're going to open it up. Once Photoshop is open, you may be asked to log in. It is your Google account with your school, so whatever it is at students.plsd.us. And for this assignment, I'm going to need for you to go to File, New. All right, you're going to look for Letter. And when you find a letter sheet of paper, just like you would have a letter sheet of paper at your table, or we work on paper in all of our other projects, you're not going to mess with any of this stuff. This is all good over here. You only want to mess with the orientation, whether it's portrait or landscape. And for graffiti, we're going to work landscape. So please click on landscape, come down and go ahead and hit create. All right, now I'm going to talk to you about a few things about Photoshop, which are very helpful. Over here on the left-hand side, these are your tools. For today, we will probably be using the pen tool and the move tool. Once you pick a tool, up here are going to be your tool options. So here are going to be your tool options. And then over here on the right side are going to be all your libraries and some other things we'll talk about later. But the most important thing is down here in the right corner with layers and paths. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to search your desktop for those graffiti rough draft letters you made. Now you may have to download them from Google or Google Drive and get them to your desktop. But once they are on your desktop, you're going to take your letters and drop them straight into Photoshop. Now, once they are in Photoshop, you are going to resize them. You'll notice they'll have this little blue X around them. All right, so you're just going to go ahead and resize, try to make it as big as humanly possible. And you really only need to focus on your first letter. So I am going to be doing Y for young. So I'm going to kind of highlight my little Y right here. Now go ahead and hit the enter or return button, and you will see that that blue line goes away. All right, now the reason why we played the Bezier game is you need to get used to using the pen tool, and that is located right here. There's the pen tool. So you're going to go ahead and click on the pen tool. When you're done clicking on the pen tool, you're going to come up here and you're going to see that it gives you some options. It's either going to say path or shape. You're going to choose shape. You want its fill to be none. That's what that little red line means. You want the fill to be none and the stroke to be black. And we'll mess with that here in a minute. We can go back and change its color and stuff like that later. But for right now, I just want you to pick black. Now, down here, you're going to notice that there are things called layers, channels, and paths. Layers are pictures, so we're going to hold on to that for a minute. Channels are colors. We'll deal with that way later. You want to go to paths because you're going to make your first path. So go ahead and click on paths. Now, when you're ready, you've got your pen tool. And this is going to be just like the video game. You're going to want to few anchors and lever moves as possible to try to create a nice clean letter. So I'm going to start here in this corner and I'm going to click. There's my first anchor. I'm going to come straight across and I'm going to click right there. There's my second anchor. Now I want this to curve right here. So I'm going to click and hold and now I have a curve. I'm going to click down here. I got a straight line. Now see how that curves right there? I can hit the command or I can hit the Alt button, option button. I think that's the Windows button. And I can go ahead and I can move my lever so that it works. So don't be afraid to make a mistake. Take your time with this. You can use the Alt option or Windows button or the command button and fix it. I will then click right there because that's another straight line. I will click up here and create a curve. I will click down here and again, see how this comes out? That's fine. I will hold my Alt option button or my Windows button. I will fix that. Then I want this thing to curve right in here. So I'm probably going to hold my button right about there to create that curve. Create one right there, a dot right there, a dot right there. I want to click somewhere, probably, I'm going to go right here to kind of create a curve. Let's see if I can do that. Yep, that looks pretty good. And see how bent that one is. Again, Alt Option Windows. I will fix that. Click down here, hold. There's a nice curve for that. Click up here, hold. There's a nice curve for that. Straight line, and then finally, see how that little zero is there? That means I'm going to finish out my path, and I'm going to hold a little bit because, again, I want it to curve. That's not exactly the curve I want, so I'm going to pick that curve, hold my, again, Alt Option Windows button, and I'm going to fix it. Now you can see here at any point in time, if I need to fix one of these, I can hold the Command button and you'll see how it's highlighted. I can click on that one. If I hold the Command button, you can see I can move it. And if I need to fix it, I can hold the Alt Option button so I can move a lever. So don't worry if you screw up your first letter. You can always go through and using the Alt Option Windows button or the Command button, go back through and fix your letters. It will take you a couple times to make your letters right. It'll take some practice, but you will get it eventually. All right, so that is how you make the first letter. In the next video, I'm going to talk about choosing your line weight and color for the letter.